Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to ThinkView, and this is NK. Whenever I think of Alienware, I usually picture a high-performance machine with premium, futuristic design and a very steep price tag. But this year, Dell has made quite a surprising move. They have introduced a new Alienware line that's much more affordable. This is the Dell Alienware 16 Aurora and priced at from around $900 to $1,300 US. And the version I have here is the priciest of them all. At first glance, I honestly couldn't believe this was an Alienware. It felt like it has a lot of Alienware DNA that I am familiarized with. But after spending a few days with it, I have found that there are still quite a lot of interesting things about this laptop. Now, let's take a closer look, shall we? Alright, on the design aspect, well, my first impression was a bit of a disappointment. The signature rear hump and the iconic LED light strip are totally gone. Previous Alienware models look bold and aggressive, but this one actually looked calmer and more like a regular laptop. I would have thought that this was some other laptop if I hadn't seen the Alienware logo. It turns out that this is Dell's new way of design. An Alienware that's not over flashy, but instead cleaner, more neutral, and suitable for different environments. And when you look closer, you can see this laptop is still very well built. The lid cover is made of aluminum. The display frame is thick and solid. And although that most of the laptop body is made of plastic, opening up the bottom panel here reveals the plastic cover is actually get reinforced with magnesium. That makes the whole thing feel dense and sturdy, and which in turn makes typing on this is satisfying. And I bet that you can immediately tell it's different from other plastic laptops. Here, let me show you how dense it feels. Now, talking more about the bottom panel, it is thick and solid. Normally, laptop bottoms are just a thin cover, but this one is built as if it was a single piece that wraps up the whole bottom of the laptop with slightly rounded edges like Alienware high-end models. The details fit together seamlessly. The hinges on this laptop is large and feel secure, or a little bit too secure, making open the laptop with one hand a little bit too stiff. And if you open it too quickly, it will lift up the base. But thanks to the new design, you can now open up flat, like 180 degrees flat. And staying true to Alienware style, the connectivity on this laptop are spread across 3 sides. Sadly, however, there are no Thunderbolt. Well, but you can still get 2 USB-C ports, both of which support display output. However, only one supports PD charging. And the USB-C display output is also routed to the integrated GPU. The only connection that's linked to the discrete GPU is the HDMI. So basically, that's your only option to get a high-resolution, high-refresh external monitor. Yeah, you can already see some cost-cutting effect here from connectivity to design in compared to the high-end version of the Alienware. And display is another aspect that Dell's got cheap out. It's only 120Hz, which for me, playing esports title like Valorant or Overwatch doesn't feel great. The screen response time is high at around 50 milliseconds, which makes crosshair look a little bit blurry at times. So I wouldn't recommend this laptop to esports player. On the bright side, however, it's still a 2.5K panel, sharp and vibrant with 100% of sRGB coverage. For AAA title and general office work, it's perfectly fine and is comfortable on the eyes too. Speaking of performance, my unit comes with the latest Intel Core 7-240H and an RTX 5060. Unfortunately, this RTX 5060 is limited to just 80 watts, not the higher wattage version. Dell seems to be playing it safe here because during gaming, both CPU and GPUs stay just around 70 degrees Celsius. So I think that there is still a plenty of thermal headroom. Even so, this thing is still a powerhouse. This 80-watt RTX 5060 slightly outperforms a fully powered RTX 4060 at 140 watt. I could play small AAA title at 2K resolution smoothly, and the temperature stay very cool. And on that note, surface temperature are impressively low, almost indistinguishable from the room temperature. I think that maybe the thick plastic shell with the reinforced magnesium frame does a great job of insulating that heat. And to achieve that kind of result, Dell has redesigned the cooling system. The base is slightly raised and it pulls in the air from the side vent instead of directly from the bottom. This helps the airflow and prevent the bottom from getting blocked when you place it on the desk. Dell has always been innovative with their cooling system, and actually they are the one who pioneered the rear hum cooling design, as other laptop makers like Lenovo later adopted to their Legion. Now they have tried something new, and I genuinely think that it works well. The fan, however, can get quite loud. Usually I have to keep it on balance mode while gaming, and of course the FPS will decrease a little bit. There are also a stealth mode that disables the keyboard light and lower the performance for quieter operation, which also improves the battery life. And speaking of battery life, it's just around 3.5 hours, which is not an impressive number. However, the Intel Core 7-240H is not actually a power-efficient chip either, so I didn't expect much from it. The speakers are a bit disappointing with almost no bass, and in our opinion is actually worse than ROG gaming laptops. Compared to high-end Alienware models, the logo doesn't light up and the keyboard only has a single-zone white backlight. Overall, the Alienware 16 Aurora is still a solid laptop for just around $1,000 US. It's extremely sturdy, has excellent cooling, and offers powerful performance. Just keep in mind that the display has a refresh rate of just 120Hz, with slower response time is not very ideal for esports titles. But if you want a durable, well-built laptop with a good screen with the ability to handle both gaming and schoolwork, this is really worth checking out. And that's it for the Dell Alienware 16 Aurora. What do you think of this year's new design? Let me know in the comment section down below, okay? And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any upcoming videos about the latest tech. Now, thanks for watching. This is NK from ThinkView, and see you guys next time.